Type T code FB60 to create vendor invoice. Enter the company code first. Then enter the vendor code. Enter the invoice date. Enter the invoice amount. Enter the business place. Enter the section code. Enter the text field. Enter the expense GL account. Enter the amount. This amount must be the same as the amount on the header level. Otherwise, the invoice will not post. Click on the scroll bar to see the other line items. Enter the cost center. This is mandatory for every expense GL account. Click. TDS is applicable on vendors. Go to Withholding Tax tab and select the appropriate tax code. Click Continue. F4 is now pressed. Select the withholding tax code by double-clicking it. Click Simulate to see the invoice document before posting. Click on Post icon to post the invoice document. Enter the vendor code. Enter the invoice date. F2 is now pressed. Enter the text field. Enter the business place. Enter the section code. Click on the drop-down menu to display all the VAT codes. VAT codes are state-wise. For vendors, input VAT codes are applicable only. Select the appropriate input VAT code which is applicable for the vendor. Click. Enter is now pressed. Check the Calculate Tax to automatically calculate the total invoice amount. Enter the GL account. Click. Enter the amount. Click on the scroll bar to display the other line items. Enter the cost center. It is mandatory for all the expense GL accounts. Click. Click. Click Simulate to display the document DEF for posting. Click on Post button to post the document. Enter the vendor code. Click. Enter the invoice date. F2 is now pressed. Enter the amount. Enter the business place. Enter the section code. Enter the text field. Click. Enter the GL account. Click. Enter the amount. Click on the scroll bar to display all the other line items. Enter the cost center. Click. Click on the withholding tax code. Enter is now pressed. Select the TDS code. Double-click on the withholding tax code to apply it. Click Simulate button to display the document before parking or posting. Click Park to park the invoice document. The document can be posted afterwards. Exit the vendor invoice screen. Type a T-code FBB0 to view and post the parked documents. Enter the company code, document number and the fiscal year. Click on Enter. Click Post icon to post the parked document. Enter is now pressed. Click. Type a T-code FB70 to create a customer invoice. Enter the customer code. Click. Enter the invoice date. F2 is now pressed. Enter the invoice amount. Enter the text field. Click on the drop-down menu to display all the VAT codes. For customers only output VAT codes will be applicable. Select the VAT code which is applicable for the particular customer. Clicking the entry selects it. Check the Calculate Tax icon to automatically calculate the total invoice amount including VAT. Input the revenue or income GL account. Click. Enter the amount. Click on the scroll bar to display all the other line items. Enter the profit center. For all the revenue accounts, you have to input this field. Click. Click Simulate icon to display the document before posting. Click on Post icon to post the customer invoice document. Click. Click. Type the T-code F02 for FIJB. Enter the document date. F2 is now pressed. Click on the document type to display the list. Select the particular document type. Select the posting key and enter the particular account. The account field automatically changes with respect to the posting key. Since posting key 40 is for GL debit, in the account field, we will input the expense GL account. Enter is now pressed. Enter the amount. Enter the cost center. It is mandatory for all the expense GL accounts. Click. Select the next posting key to complete the accounting entry. Since posting key 31 is for vendor credit, we will input the vendor code in the account field. Enter is now pressed. Enter the amount. Click on Enter. If TDS is applicable, select it from the menu. Otherwise, leave it blank. Double-click here. Click Continue. Click on Document and then Simulate to display the document before posting. Click. Enter is now pressed. Click on Post icon to post the document. Enter the document date. F2 is now pressed. Click here. For special GL, select the particular posting key. For posting key 29, enter the vendor account. Click. Click on the SGL indicator to select the respective special GL indicator for the vendor account. Is double-clicked. Enter is now pressed. Enter the amount. Enter the due date. Click. Select the next posting key to complete the accounting entry. For posting key 31, enter the vendor account. Click. Enter is now pressed. Click Continue. Enter the amount. Click on Simulate button to display the document before posting. Select the withholding tax code for the invoice. Double-click here. Click Continue. Click Continue. Click on Post icon to post the document.